Morning, everybody. It's 8:40 on this Thursday morning, and because it's Thursday, of course, it's Claims Day, and there's some other economic news, all of which has pushed the market higher. We started overnight with the futures being up, and they have built all day. So yesterday, evidently, was a blip of some sort. Personally, I don't believe that, but there clearly are some problems. So, this is your pre opening comment, and it is video number 2017. Asia mixed, Europe slightly lower. Um, Angola leaving OPEC. And the inane stupidity of some of the people on CNBC to make the statement that it's been 2 years and the market's done nothing. Uh, I'm just speechless. Yes, it's unchanged 2 years ago to date in the raw number, but we've had several declines and several advances of 20%. And if you don't think that people get hurt or make money on 20% moves, you're sadly mistaken. Okay, a couple of the claims. 205, which is up 2,000 month to month. Expectation was for 215. I really don't look at the expectation very much. The numbers are what the numbers are. Continuing claims 1,865,000, which is basically right on the numbers, unchanged. The last look, final look at Q3 GDP was 3.6 versus 3.6 on the monthly basis. On a year over year, that makes it 4.9% versus 5.1%. Philly Fed, still horrendous. Expectations were for down 4, and they actually came in at down 10 and a half. So that's an area where there's just been, you know, a serious problem. Some of the names that we've seen in the last couple of days, FedEx goes down 12%. It's up this morning 85 cents. So no bounce there whatsoever. Micron, which had closed yesterday at 78 before their earnings came right after the close, that one rallied back to 82.49. And that was actually up on the day. And this morning is trading 84 and a half, I believe. 80, it was 84 and a half. Let me just check and make sure this is right, because this is a big change that I can see. 84.78, and that shows as up $6 versus yesterday's regular market hour close, and up still another couple of dollars off the extended hours move. We have CarMax reporting this morning, $80, up 532 or 7%. They beat by a dime. They missed a little on revenues. We had Miller Knoll. This is an office furniture, basically. They beat by a nickel, missed on revenues, guided above consensus, though, even though their revs were guided to below consensus. But for the full year, 24 earnings above consensus. 30.98 up $1.98 or 6.8%. BlackBerry also beat by a nickel, beat on revenues, but guided below consensus. $3.93. That's down 17 cents or 4.2. Salesforce 265.20, up almost 5 or 2%, upgraded to overweight from equal weight at Morgan Stanley. And here's one, I've been discussing it for the last couple of weeks. Boeing 265, up 4.75 or 1.8%. They have secured CAAC, which is China's clearance for 737 deliveries in China. Sort of tongue in cheek, we could solve two problems using Boeing. We could take illegal immigrants and put them in those Boeing planes and deliver those Boeing 737 Maxes full, and that would help China fill up some of those empty cities and apartment buildings that are sitting completely vacant. I hope that most people get the sarcasm there. Um, it's not really a statement, political statement on my part, but it's an interesting way to look at things. Okay, as far as the futures go, let's take a look here. Grains mixed, uh, corn basically unchanged, soybeans down a little, wheat up a little. I may have to abandon my position on the wheat looking good in here, which means it'll probably turn up immediately. Um, it just can't seem to get out of its own way. But down there around 610, which in fact was the low this morning or overnight, is just, I think, a great area with very little risk. Let's get away from the weekly and look at the daily, because I think it's much more appropriate here. We keep on getting down to this $6 level and we keep on turning up. The problem here is that the MACD looks like it's rolling over and crossing, and the relative strength is really right in the middle, giving us, um, you know, no direction whatsoever. And the 200-day MA seems to be turning it back, even though we popped above it for 3 days, a week and a half ago. Okay, oil is lower on that Angola news. The fact that they're leaving OPEC is not huge, but they were one of the two, Angola and Nigeria, that were really bitching at the OPEC telephonic meeting that they did not want to hold production cuts. So there you go. Nat gas up 4 cents. Nobody cares. The gold is up 4.5. Silver is down about 6 cents. Yesterday, when the gold was down, the silver was up 31 cents. The coffee gave back all of its gain yesterday. It was down $11 and change after being up $11 and change the day before. Sugar still languishing down near about 20 cents. As far as the stock futures go, I've given you those. I'll give them to you again in a minute. And the dollar is down 47 cents. Bitcoin and Ethereum both higher, and the bonds are up 14 ticks. Dow's implied open is now up 264. NASDAQ up 180. And the S&P is up, let's see, I show 31, but I think that that's a stale number. Let me get you another real number. S&P is up 38. Okay, folks, that's about it. By the way, in case you needed another reason not to trade Chinese stocks, Lynn Medical, symbol ZJYL. This stock last Friday came into the day at 25 and had a little run up, 2,000% to 509, came back down and closed at 105. Yesterday was 84, down 30. And what took this magnificent Chinese company up? An agreement to use their nanothermal bathing systems in um, in old age homes in China. Basically, portable tubs. I think that's a good reason for a move from 25 to 500 and back in 3 days. All right, folks, I'll be back later. We do still have some other numbers to come out. November LEI, leading economic indicators, at 10 o'clock, and the nat gas inventories at 10:30. By the way, the LEI number is down 19 months in a row, so we'll have to see if that streak continues. Have a good morning and be careful out there.